Okay, so I'm in no mood to give explanations for the quiz on retina anatomy, but still, I always say on clicking this I'm ready, but really I'm not ready to give this test. But still, first question was you have to pick up the false statement. If I see option by option, the retina corresponds to the extent in the extent to the choroid. So, as we go from anterior to posterior, behind the lens there is vitreous, then retina, then choroid, then sclera. And both retina and choroid, they are starting from ora serrata till the back of the eye. So, A statement has to be correct. Retina is in continuation with the epithelium of iris and ciliary body. That's why in embryo, ROMES, optic cup derivatives, retina, optic nerve, epithelium of iris ciliary body, they are formed by the same uh, neuroectoderm, that is optic cup. Retina extend till ora serrata anteriorly, so C is also correct. It extends from ora serrata till optic disc margins. So even if you don't know statement number B or statement number A, C and D statements you should have known. And what is the extent of the retina? Because that's the first statement you study in the retina. That retina extends from the ora serrata to optic disc margins, not till the cup of the optic disc. It is still margins of the optic disc. And that is the answer of the first question. Again, false statement has to be picked up. The posterior pole of the eye is situated 3 millimeters to the temporal side of the optic disc is a true statement. If you go two disc diopters, that is 3 millimeters, you will get foveola, then fovea, then macula. The fovea centralis. Now, forget ACD. The basic thing you should know is, which is expected, that fovea contains only rods or only cones. Rods are absent at the fovea. So B is a false statement and the answer here. Fovea is the most sensitive part of the retina. And why is the macula thickest part of the retina? Because the ganglionic cells are multi-layered at the macula. That is also expected, but still if you don't know at least B statement, you should know this. Now this is, I told you this, the entire retina anatomy quiz was from Parsons. This image is also from Parsons. Now this is an upside down image. When you see a histology of the retina, you have to know which is towards the vitreous, which is towards the choroid. So if you see this uh, A option, so beyond the A option, there is no vitreous there. Na? There are some, these big things are some vessels. These are middle large vessels, and the vessels are there in the choroid. So A is the outermost layer which is towards the choroid, and B is towards the vitreous. So the cells, the dots, histology, the blue dots are cells. So B are the cells which are close to the vitreous, that is ganglion cells. The axons of ganglion is nerve fiber layer. C is the inner nuclear. See, inner words is towards the vitreous and outer towards the choroid. D is the outer nuclear layer, contains the rods and cones nucleus. And A is the retinal pigment epithelium, which is in contact with the choroid Brooks membrane. Question was, which is the ganglionic layer? Answer is B is the answer. Now at the optic disc, the axons of which cells form the optic nerve? I know many of you must have answered question nerve fiber layer, but I didn't ask the axon. Nerve fiber layer is an axon. I asked the axons of which cells? They are the cells of ganglion. The axons of ganglion are nerve fiber layer which continues to form the optic nerve. Now, photoreceptors are in contact with pigment epithelium, that is true statement. They are the end organs of the vision, that is true. They contains rhodopsin, iodopsin. Now, there is a PYQ in INI-CT, that the outer segment which is towards the RP and the inner segment. Inner segment contains Golgi apparatus, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, and the outer segment contains discs. Now, what do you think in physiology cellular homeostasis requires? It requires mitochondria. That's why it should be there in the inner segment, not in the outer segment. And the nucleus is there in the outer nuclear layer. So A, B, D are actually, you should know. C is slight application, and that is a wrong statement of PYQ. So now it becomes a PYT. The outer segment contains the discs. Inner segment contains the mitochondria, which is responsible for homeostasis. That's a wrong statement over here. And the discs are present in the outer segment of photoreceptors. C is the answer over here. I just told you. Now, embryo question. Any layer of the retina is developed from optic cup, which is also known as neuroectoderm. And which is the false for retinal pigment epithelium? It contains the first option you should know. It is a single layer, not multi-layered. Yes, hexagonal, but single layer. It is between the photoreceptors and the Brooks membrane. Yes, they assist in metabolism of retina. It is true. Even if you don't know, you should know A statement is false, and it contains melanin granules which absorbs most of the light. So, what was so difficult in this quiz? I really don't know. Out of 8 questions, all the 8 should have been correct. Okay, I give a leeway. 7 at least. No one has got 8. That's make me sad. Still, thanks for listening. Best wishes again.